Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. In today's video, we're going to be talking about shorting. We are going to be actually closing in on nearly 1,000 subscribers. I am so stoked that we are finally getting close to this point. It feels like it's taken forever. But I am super stoked, and in kind of like a celebratory fashion, I want to talk about one thing that has changed my life in 2019, and that is really focusing more on shorting as opposed to long-term investing and swing trading and all the other forms of investing that I have done in the past. This has been something that if you've been watching my channel over the past few months, you've seen that I've transitioned a lot into shorting. In today's video, we're going to be giving a quick little brief recap on why I believe shorting is really the way to trade and why it is so predictable, and the patterns are so easy if you're able to get in a mindset that, these companies that run up, they gotta come down. The timing is in your favor. So let's hit it all today on Young Money Investments. Alright guys, so this video is mainly focused on those individuals that are interested in learning how to short. So obviously, if you are a part of my private mentorship, if you are in the course right now, you will see that the short series that is in the course, and if you're in the private mentorship, you've seen that most of the things we focus on right now are talking about shorting. Now, we obviously do have a nice little section in here that talks about going long, long-term investing, swing trading, those kinds of things. But I wanted to talk about what has just been so consistent for me. I literally have not had a red day since, I believe it was March 7th. So a little bit over a month ago was my very last red day. I think I've probably only had maybe 4 or 5 red trades this entire year. I don't say that as like a bragging thing. Trading, you're gonna have red days, and it's okay to have red days. But for me, this has been so consistent, and there's a couple things that have helped me in order to cut out even more and more red days as of recent. One of those things being sizing, not sizing in too big on a position, and also just understanding risk management. If something does start to run, cutting part of my position and waiting to see, hey, am I on the front side? Do I need to wait till it actually hits the back side and actually starts to drop? Because sometimes this year we have had what's called a parabolic mover or a supernova, where these things just freaking run and it gets crazy. But basically, I wanted to take a look here at a chart of a company, and this is going to be none other than ticker symbol GLG, and this is one that I actually did short this recently here. GLG, and I should probably kind of move this over so it's a little bit easier to see, is basically what I would call a pump and dump. Like, this company is just, it's doing nothing. It's going nowhere fast, right? So I just don't want my camera lens to be in the way here, so I'm zooming over so you can actually see the charts and everything. So basically with GLG, as you can see, it pumps and then it dumps. It pumps and then it dumps. Pumped recently and then it dumped. Had a nice pump right there and it dumped. This company is going to always, at least for the time being, be a pump and dump. You can see these things if you look out on the 4-hour, 180-day chart, how consistent these pumps are and where it ends up going to. Now, a lot of people on these will love to go long and ride it up. They don't pay any commissions or anything like that in terms of locate fees, and so they like to ride this up and then they get out. For me, the problem with finding these and going long is I've never been great at timing on these positions. I've never been great at timing these. What if I got in right here? I got in at 368 and then it just starts tanking on me and I end up losing over $1 per share. The thing is, with shorting these companies, I can get in here at 292 if I have a large enough account, and it can keep running up. I can add a little, and then as it starts to come down, that's where I know I'm going to make my money. That's where I know this company is a crappy company, and I know that eventually it is going to come down. That's why shorting to me is so simple and so easy, is because, hey, I know the outcome of this company. Now, yes, you might go, well, Cameron, this company was trading at $2. What if it ran to $6 or $8? And that's where risk management comes in. That's where in the private mentorship portion, we cover those things. We talk about those things on a daily basis, right? Or in the course, we obviously go over those things. Those are going to be skills you need to learn if you are shorting. But overall, as a pretty generalized statement, you can see that this company has a long-standing history of pumping and dumping, pumping and dumping, pumping and I mean, it's simple. It really is very, very predictable. The likelihood that it will dump after this is much more likely than it continuing to go to the moon, right? Now, you are going to have some companies like BPTH, which you are going to have to cut on. I mean, if you started shorting BPTH down here in the 4s after it was trading at $1 and it runs to 73, you're screwed. You know, you're in trouble. And I got burned on BPTH. If you watched some of my last videos, you'll see I got burned on BPTH. I was shorting the front side, and that's where you need to realize, hey, you need to get out, you need to cut losses. But again, really, what has it done? It's trailed off from $73 down here to about $14, $15. And if you zoom in a little bit more here, you're gonna see that it's starting to get a little pump action right here on Friday in the after hours. That I'm looking to actually just short because I hated that I lost money in this company. That is really what I wanted to talk to you guys today, though. Just really simply, really briefly about was shorting, kind of why I have seen shorting be so profitable and so lucrative. Now, you do have to pay locate fees and different things like that, but I believe personally that this is probably one of the most consistent, most simple strategies that you can basically put into place or implement in your trading strategy over everything else. Yes, it takes a little bit of time to learn and understand. I'm not, not denying that whatsoever, but from a consistency standpoint, you can oftentimes miss the peak or miss the ride up on a pump and dump, right? And a lot of people will try to ride those up. A lot of new traders will do that and they end up getting burned. Whereas if you're shorting, as long as you have enough capital in your account and you're not using 25, 30, 40, 50% of your account on a short right away, and you have room to let it ride up, eventually it's going to come back down. And that is something that we talk about, like I said, in the course. That is the recap that I just want to give you guys today on shorting. It has been a stellar year in 2019. Like I said, we have had very few losses. We have had multiple 4-figure days. Really close to having a 5-figure day. Really close. I'm hoping to get one of those pretty soon. The course, the mentorship is all growing tremendously. We have quite a few new members in the private mentorship. If you're interested, check out the link below. That is in We Trade HQ, Young Money Investments University. I also have that mentorship where you get a little bit more one-on-one time with me. You get to see my entries, my exits. That is the chat room where we go over all those great things, and it's just a ton of fun. It's just a ton of fun to be with other traders that see the same patterns or want to learn, how to short these companies. So thank you so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. If you have any questions, especially about shorting, message me, leave them in the comment section, and I would be more than happy to help you guys out. We are just going to keep growing this YouTube channel. We are not stopping. We are going to keep growing. And the goal this year is to take a 15K account and turn it into $250,000. That is my goal trading for this year. We're doing really well so far. If you want to check it out a little bit more, like I said, you can check everything out in the mentorship. There's also a free mentorship as well in We Trade HQ. You can always hit me up in there as well. More than happy to help you out. Like I said, not everything's about just, trying to nickel and dime everybody. I want to help see people succeed. This is just my passion. This is what I love to do. Catch you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.